Yeah. Finally, you're gonna get a video from me now. The Lions win 35-27 against the New Orleans Saints. And I knew we was gonna be able to pull this game off. I knew the Lions was gonna win this game because you know why? Because the Lions win these type of games. The games you think they're gonna everybody picking the opposite team to win heavily against the Lions, usually it goes the other way around. They win games they had no business winning, and they lose games they had no business losing. That's how the Lions work. And I knew the Lions was going to win this game after a 2-game losing streak. Now, the Saints, their defense is straight garbage. I'm going to tell you that right now. So, for you Lions fans think, oh, we have a great offense now, no. Their defense is straight garbage. Number one, their secondary is horrible. Number two, well, they got somewhat of a pass rush, but other than that, their defense overall kind of bad. But as long as you got Drew Brees on your team, you got a chance to win. Now, the Lions, they was they was killing the fucking Saints, man, offensively. They was killing this fucking team. 35-27. Even though I thought the Lions should have really blown these motherfuckers out, but we gave up the lead because our defense couldn't hold the fuck up. Once again, we got carved the fuck up by Drew Brees. Once again, Drew Brees had over 300 passing yards on us. Once again, he carved us the fuck up. However, there was a couple times in the game we could have got a couple of interceptions. There was only one turnover in this game, and that was by the Lions, but that turnover didn't matter. Now, it does matter, but it didn't matter at the same time. But I like the way the Lions played, man. Especially, I like the way the Saints kind of gave us a fight. We were blowing their ass out. At one point, we were blowing the motherfuckers out 21-3 going into the half. And then we start choking away the league a little bit. But towards the second half, but we held on. We held on to that shit. It was like in the third quarter going to the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, next thing you know, first thing we was up 21-3, just like we was against the San Diego Chargers going into the half. Next thing you know, you turn around, you be like, these motherfuckers, they just start storming back and shit. Fucking, it's 28-20 now. Like, what the fuck? I hope this shit ain't the same fucking result as it was in the San Diego Chargers game. But I think what hurt the Saints the most is we was beating their ass so fucking badly at the beginning that they couldn't really come back because as soon as we got and their defense couldn't stop our offense. That's what their problem was. They couldn't stop us for shit. Matthew Stafford had he was very efficient. He might not have had a boat shitload of yards. Well, he had a pretty good amount of yards. He had 285 yards. That's pretty good amount. But it's not a boatload of yards, you know what I'm saying? A shitload of yards, a ridiculous amount of yards, like 400, 500 yards or some crazy shit like that. But he had a very good game. Stafford had 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and he went 22 or 25 passing. That is very good. He completed 88% of his passes, 88%. That is very good. That's very good. See, the reason why he was so good today is because I'm gonna tell you 2 reasons. Stafford was good today because the offensive line for the most part was playing pretty damn good. That's number 1. Number 2, we had help in the running game. That's the number 2 reason why the Lions won this game. You want to know the real reason why the Lions won this game? It's because we ran the fucking ball and we ran it efficiently. We didn't see. We did something this week what we didn't do the last week. What we didn't do last week, and that's put more emphasis into the running game. If we would have ran the ball more against the St. Louis Rams, they would have lost that game. But we did it this week. Jim Bob could have realized that shit. See, that's what coaches do. They adjust to that shit. When they see something working, if they don't see something working the week before, and because they didn't do something right the week before, they make adjustments and try to do the right thing the next week. See, that's what good coaches do. And that's what Jim Bob Cooter did. This week, he ran the fucking ball. A lot. A lot. Drake Bell and Theo Riddick, not Theo Riddick, but Ameer Abdullah had over 70 yards apiece running the ball. 70 yards apiece. Ameer Abdullah had 77 yards rushing on 9 carries and 1 fumble towards the fourth quarter. Even though I hated that shit. I hated that shit. I was mad as fuck when he fumbled that bitch, but he had 9 carries for 77 yards. And I think he had a 28-yard run. To be exact, a 28-yard run, and then Joy Bell, he had 71 yards, and his longest run of the day was 36 yards, and that run came towards the end of the fourth quarter. When the Lions got the ball, they got the ball right back. The very first play, he ran for 36 yards down there to the red zone. But this team had a very good outing on the offense. The defense was, I'm not gonna lie, the defense got shitty today. But the offense was great. Stafford was carving their ass up, even though I'm mad as fuck because Calvin Johnson only got 1 fucking reception for 19 yards and shit. But that tells a lot about fucking Stafford. People say, oh, he can't do shit without Calvin Johnson. He can't pass the ball without Calvin Johnson. Remember they were saying that shit a couple years ago? This season, he proven to you he don't need Calvin Johnson to like the fucking defense, to pick the defense apart. He doesn't need Calvin Johnson. See, Stafford is better now than he was a few years ago. See, back then he couldn't really rely on the receivers like that. He couldn't trust his receivers like that because he used to stare down on Calvin Johnson all the time. Now he kind of go through his progressions nowadays. But he can't do this with Calvin Johnson. Look, he doing the shit about Calvin Johnson this season, so shut the fuck up. That discussion is over. You can't say that shit. 285 yards. Golden Tate had a pretty good game. Pretty good day. He had 2 touchdowns. Michael Burton, the fullback, had a touchdown. Joy Bell had a rushing touchdown. You know what I'm saying? We had a pretty good down. Joy Bell had 2 touchdowns, actually. We had a pretty good fucking game. Pretty good fucking game. But yeah. Pretty good fucking game. Offensively. They was lights out. Ameer Abdullah was carving their ass up. I like the way the running. See, now Jim Bob Cooter is using his fucking head, which something he didn't do last week. He kept one of the Matthew Stafford's statistics and shit. This week he said, fuck that. We gonna run that motherfucking ball either you like it or not, motherfucker. And that's what he did. And he ran it down their throat, and we got a lot of yards from that shit. Just dicing up the shit out of the Saints defense and shit. I like that. Jim Bob Cooter, keep doing the same shit. Run that fucking ball. Make the offense balanced as possible. That's exactly what the intention for the fucking offense should be. Be balanced as you can. Shit, we was balanced today. That's why we won. On the ground, the Lions averaged 6.5 yards per carry on the ground today. Yeah, shit. Oh, let me tell you something real quick. Theo Riddick juked the holy fuck out of Ellerby, the linebacker from the New Orleans Saints. He used to play for the Ravens too. But he caught a 5-yard pass. This motherfucker he juked the fuck out of him. Not like he broke his fucking ankles on some Ameer Abdullah week 1 Eric Weddle type shit. Actually, he did him worse than Ameer Abdullah did Eric Weddle. He broke his fucking ankles like boom, boom, boom. He did him so bold. This dude turned around. He fell and then tried to turn around and try to catch him. He fell like bitch. Broke his shit. He turned up. We wouldn't expect that. He made that play into a 21-yard reception. See, Theo Riddick is a fucking beast. Telling you, you don't want to. It's hard to tackle that bastard in open space. He might not be the fastest guy in the world, but that dude will break your ankles. He will break your ankles. Eric Ebron had a decent day. He ain't dropping no fucking passes. Shit, I'm stunned he ain't dropping no damn passes. Shit. Now, the defense, Man, John Gruden all fucking day was praising the shit out of the Lions. He was mainly praising the fuck out of Quandre Diggs and Darius Slay. That's all he kept talking about. Quandre Diggs. Oh, I like this kid. This kid, he's nasty. He can play. He like to play football. He's tough. I like this kid. He quitting jamming his brother, and he taught him well and shit like that. He was saying all this, giving him all these praises and shit. And then Darius Slay, he like this guy should be a Pro Bowler. This guy's good. Oh my god, I like Darius Slay. This dude was a. It sounded like he was a Lion homer or some shit. This dude was praising the fuck out of them two motherfuckers all goddamn game. And then yeah, but the defense. They wasn't really that great today. I'm not gonna lie. Ever since Glover Quinn went out, that secondary kind of went down the fucking tubes. I'm not gonna lie. It went down the drain. But even though Issa Abdul Kaduz got a flag for that hit against Colston, Marquise Colston, he should got that penalty because he hit him in the side. He hit him in his head, so he should have got that penalty. But that's the way to play football. You play tough. If you play soft, you got to get off the team. Detroit is not. We do things off of hard work. That's what we do. Hard work. You could tell the Lions was ready to play this game. They finally won in fucking prime time this season. Every game we played prime time this season, we lost and shit, except the Eagles. That's the only game we won in prime time. That was on Thanksgiving. But man, the Lions played well. Won this game 35-27. Stafford was a fucking beast once again. And it seemed like he's getting better and better every game to me. As long as the offensive line blocks for him, he's going to pick apart your defense. That's what he does. I've been telling people all along, give him time to throw the ball. He's going to pick your defense apart. He did it against the Saints. He might not have had a humongous fucking amount of passing yards, but he still had a very good game. 3 touchdowns, 285 yards, 22 or 25 passing. Very good numbers. Them is good numbers. But, yeah, man. All I got to say is I'm looking forward to next week against the 49ers. Even though we're not making it to the playoffs, I know that you ain't got to tell me that shit. We 5-9. Well, you ain't got to tell me that shit. I know that already. But I'm still interested in watching the fucking Lions game because I'm a Lions fan. I want to see what they do against the 49ers at our last home game of the season. Now we're third in the division. Now the Bears is behind the Lions. Isn't that something? Now, I can't wait to go against the Bears, man. I can't wait. But I shouldn't worry about the Bears right now. I should worry about the 49ers and Blaine Gabbert. Even though I'm not scared of Blaine Gabbert. Nobody is. But, yeah, that's all I got to say in this video. I'm out of here, though. Peace out.